Are you a parent navigating the challenges of your child's learning journey? Are you wondering how to make education more accessible and engaging? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Learning Disability Experts podcast, where we delve into valuable insights and strategies to support your child's different learning needs. I'm Jess, your guide on this journey. Greetings, everyone. I'm Jess Arce, and I'm the host of the Learning Disabilities Expert podcast. I'm thrilled to share with you insight from both my personal and professional experience as a parent navigating the challenges and joys of neurodiversity with you today. As a mom of 4 incredible neurodiverse children, 3 of whom had varying degrees of autism and dyslexia, and as someone who is both dyslexic and autistic myself, I have a unique perspective on these conditions. My professional experience spans from over a decade, where I've had the privilege of working closely with students with dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia, and many of them are also on the autism spectrum. Today, we're going to delve into the 2 neurodiverse conditions, focusing not only on the individual characteristics, also on how they coexist. This co-occurrence can complicate the traditional approaches to support and intervention, and it requires us to think more holistically and inclusively. We'll explore what dyslexia and autism are, focusing on the impacts of learning and social interaction, the significant overlap between these conditions, which many studies have documented, understanding that they can help us tailor the more effective intervention. And the third thing is we're going to share the challenges, particularly in areas like sensory processing and verbal communication, that affect individuals with either or both conditions. Our main objective today is to arm you with the knowledge and practical strategies that can make a real difference in the lives of those affected by dyslexia and autism. Whether you're a parent or an educator, the insight we share today will help you support your child or student to be more effective. Let's start by taking a closer look at what dyslexia and autism spectrum disorder are and how they can impact individuals differently and together. Understanding dyslexia and autism. In our family, seeing how these conditions intersect has underscored the importance of personalized support. Professionally, I've implemented and seen the success of our use of structured, multisensory educational approaches that cater to individual learning needs, which I'm excited to share with you today. Dyslexia primarily affects a person's ability to read, spell, and understand and communicate words. It is not reversing letters and numbers, as our society has come to associate dyslexia to be. Autism impacts social communication, behavior, and can include repetitive behaviors. Despite these differences, both dyslexia and autism can cause significant challenges in verbal communication and sensory processing, suggesting they might share some neurological bases. Co-occurrence of dyslexia and ASD. The intersection between dyslexia and autism spectrum disorder is not only common, but also significant in how it shapes the educational and social experiences of those affected. Often, a critical challenge arises in the diagnostic process. All too frequently, once a primary condition is identified, further exploration into additional neurodiversities may not be pursued rigorously. This oversight can lead to scenarios where children do not receive the comprehensive support they need. For instance, a child diagnosed with ASD might also have dyslexia, but if the focus remains narrowly on ASD, the specific interventions that could help with dyslexia, such as specialized reading instruction, are not provided. This can affect not only academic performance, but also the child's social and emotional well-being. This oversight can lead to scenarios where children do not receive the comprehensive support they need. For example, I had a student named Joseph who struggled in school for years under the assumption that his challenges stemmed solely from ASD. Despite these struggles, the possibility of dyslexia was not considered until his mother, frustrated with the lack of progress, took matters into her own hands and sought additional evaluations. It was only then, after hiring our services, that Joseph received the appropriate dyslexia instruction he needed alongside his autism therapies. This story illustrates the necessity for thorough assessments that consider the full spectrum of neurodiversity. Recognizing these overlaps early allows for more effective, multifaceted interventions that address all aspects of a child's development rather than just the most visible or initially diagnosed condition. Research, including seminal studies by Peterson and Pennington in 2015, underscores the necessity for thorough assessments that consider the full spectrum of neurodiversity. Recognizing these overlaps early allows for more effective, multifaceted interventions that address all aspects of a child's development rather than just the most visible or initially diagnosed condition. Understanding and addressing this in practice requires a shift towards more holistic care and education plans that can truly meet the diverse needs of neurodiverse children, enhancing their learning outcomes and overall quality of life. Social impacts of dyslexia. As we explore the social impacts of dyslexia and autism, it's crucial to understand how each condition uniquely contributes to the challenges individuals face in their interactions and social integration. Understanding these impacts is vital for fostering environments that support effective communication and social engagement. For dyslexic individuals, communication may be difficult in regards to quickly processing spoken language, which can make it hard to keep up with conversations or respond promptly. This delay can be misinterpreted by peers as disinterest or lack of intelligence. Social interactions increasingly rely on text-based communication, such as texting or social media, which makes it increasingly more difficult to communicate and can lead to misunderstandings or social isolation. Frequent frustrations associated with dyslexia can lead to feelings of inadequacy and lower self-esteem, in turn, resulting in withdrawal from social interactions to avoid embarrassment. As for individuals on the autism spectrum disorder, challenges with social cues often include finding it hard to interpret body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions, which are crucial for social interaction. This can make it difficult to form and maintain personal relationships. Many take language literally and may not understand sarcasm or idiomatic expressions, leading to confusion and social misunderstandings. And they thrive in environments with predictable routines and structured settings, leading them to feel stressed or uneasy in social situations that are spontaneous or lack structure, potentially limiting their willingness or ability to engage socially. By addressing the specific social challenges associated with dyslexia and autism, we can better support individuals in leading fulfilling social lives. The goal is to create understanding communities that not only accommodates, it also appreciates the way individuals communicate and interact. Diagnostic differences and identification. Understanding the path to diagnosis for neurodiverse conditions like dyslexia and autism can be fraught with challenges and inconsistencies, as I've learned through my own family's experiences. When my daughter was struggling, it took moving to Texas and encountering a teacher who was familiar with dyslexia for her challenges to be recognized. This teacher identified her dyslexia within just a week of her being in the class, after years of us grappling with the apparent lack of awareness or understanding from previous teachers and doctors. My youngest son's situation further emphasizes these inconsistencies. I recognized signs of dyslexia when he was in first grade because by then I knew what to look for. I requested the school to test him, and they agreed at the end of his first grade year, mostly because my daughter had already been identified with profound dyslexia. However, it took his entire 12 years in school to identify all 8 of his neurodiversities. At age 12, we had him tested for ASD. However, the diagnosis we received from the doctor at Kaiser was only for sensory processing disorder. Despite this, and without an official ASD diagnosis, he is now 22 and actively participates in a program for adults with ASD because he has definite ASD indicators. Similarly, my oldest son, after being recommended for an ASD evaluation by his therapist in his early 20s, encountered resistance from our healthcare provider, who refused to diagnose him. These experiences exemplify that doctors and healthcare systems do not always have all the answers. This has taught me the importance of persistence, self-education, and the importance of relying on one's own judgment. If you suspect that your child, or even yourself, might have certain neurodiversities, it is crucial to do your own research. While professional opinions are useful, they are not infallible. Understanding, recognizing signs, and advocating for necessary assessments can sometimes mean taking matters into your own hands to ensure that all possible needs are met and supported. Effective strategies for support. For dyslexia, accommodations in educational settings can benefit dyslexic learners. Extended time on tests allows students the necessary time to thoroughly process questions and articulate their responses. Offering students to audiobooks will compensate for reading difficulties, allowing students to access literature and other materials at their age-appropriate comprehension level. Providing a distraction-free, quiet space to focus on tasks such as silent reading during tests or independent study periods is invaluable. The multisensory instruction approach is especially effective for those with dyslexia as it helps bridge the connection between letters and sounds and enhances word recognition and reading comprehension. Using visual aids, auditory support, and tactile activities, we have helped reinforce learning concepts in a way that traditional methods do not. Effective strategies for support. For autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Clear, consistent schedules and well-organized classrooms help minimize distractions and can reduce anxiety, making learning more accessible for students with ASD. Programs specifically designed to enhance social interaction capabilities can be crucial for students with ASD, helping them learn and practice the nuances of social communication and peer interactions. Using visual aids such as charts, graphic organizers, and visual schedules can help in translating abstract concepts into understandable and manageable parts, which is particularly helpful in teaching students with ASD. Effective strategies for support. The following strategies are beneficial for individuals with dyslexia and ASD. Individualized education plans, or IEP. Crafting an IEP that is tailored to the unique needs of students with either or both conditions ensures that the educational approach aligns with their learning style and addresses specific challenges. An IEP can incorporate elements from both sets of strategies, like multisensory instruction for dyslexia and structured environments for ASD. Use of technology such as text-to-speech and speech-to-text software can aid both dyslexic and autistic learners by providing alternative means to access and process information. By implementing these targeted strategies, educators can create a supportive learning environment that accommodates the diverse needs of students with dyslexia and ASD, promoting a more inclusive educational experience. Advocacy and empowerment. Advocacy is a crucial part of supporting children with dyslexia, ASD, and all neurodiversities within the educational system and beyond. It is essential to advocate for your children until they are capable of advocating for themselves. As they grow older, empowering them to advocate for themselves becomes equally important. This empowerment not only fosters independence, but also instills confidence as they navigate their own challenges. It is our responsibility, not the educators or doctors, to ensure they receive the best opportunities in life. That is how my journey as a dyslexia expert started. It isn't just about meeting immediate needs, it's about setting a foundation for lifelong learning and success. This includes understanding the specific educational accommodations they are entitled to and ensuring these accommodations are properly implemented. By fostering an environment of support and understanding, and by teaching our children the skills and knowledge to stand up for their needs, we help them grow into adults who can navigate the world on their own terms. Remember, the goal of advocacy is not only to change your child's life, but also to help them eventually change their own lives and perhaps the lives of others. Remember, it's okay not to have all the answers from the start. Throughout my journey as a parent and educator, I've learned so much along the way, knowledge that would have been invaluable at earlier stages. Don't beat yourself up for the things you didn't know earlier. Your best effort is indeed good enough, and each step you take is a learning opportunity that strengthens your advocacy. If you're looking for more guidance and insights into navigating this journey as a parent of neurodiverse children, I invite you to tune into my podcast, The Learning Disabilities Experts. It's a resource where we explore effective strategies and share experiences to help you support your children more confidently. As we conclude today's session, I want to emphasize the importance of understanding, supporting, and advocating for individuals with dyslexia and autism spectrum disorder. The journey through diagnosis, education, and social integration for neurodiverse individuals is often a complex and challenging experience. Throughout our discussion, we've explored the necessity of recognizing both the co-occurrence and the distinct needs of those with dyslexia and ASD. We've highlighted how tailored educational strategies, such as multisensory instruction and structured learning environments, significantly enhance the learning experiences of these individuals. Moreover, accommodations like extended time on tests, the use of audiobooks, and the implementation of IEPs are crucial for providing a supportive educational framework. Remember, each child's journey is unique, and while the challenges may seem daunting, your efforts and dedication make a significant difference. Your best is indeed enough, and every step you take builds towards a more inclusive and understanding world. Thank you for joining me today and for your commitment to making a positive impact in the lives of those with dyslexia and autism. Ready to see transformative academic changes in the lives of your children with dyslexia, dysgraphia, or dyscalculia who are also on the autism spectrum? Visit our website to learn more about our tailored support strategies and resources that can make a significant difference. If you're prepared for your child to start this journey today, schedule a call with us. Take the first step towards remarkable progress and empowerment for your child with 3D learning experts. Visit our website or schedule a call now to begin your path to academic success.